Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series in officially licensed cars engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Week 2 of 12 in Apex Paddock rolls into a place where legends are measured in meters, not miles. Tonight, the MX-5 Brigade faces the Monza Grand Prix layout, 4 fast straights, ancient asphalt, and the kind of braking zones that expose every ounce of courage a driver claims to have. Slipstreams become weapons, patience become currency, and mistakes, they become monuments. 2 20-minute heats await, each one a sprint disguised as endurance. No room to hide, no time to breathe, just pure, unfiltered racecraft at one of motorsport's most unforgiving cathedrals. This is Apex. This is week number 2, and Monza is ready to decide who rises and who gets left behind in the draft. Welcome in. This is Racer Nexus. I'm Rob Campbell. Again, week number 2 on tap here for you this evening. We've got a heck of a one shaping up here. Weather conditions just ripe for racing. 66 degree air temp, 86 degree track temp, partly cloudy, not a ounce of rain in the forecast. Don't let those little clouds out there in the distance fool you. We've got no rain on tap. So as I mentioned, this is week number 2 of 12. We're at Monza this week. Usual format, 2 heats, 20 minutes each. We'll invert the top 4 for heat number 2. Watkins Glen is going to be the site of week number 3 for rounds 5 and 6. Should be a heck of a race there too as well, but we got to deal with Monza here first. Let's take a quick look here at the championship standings coming into this one before we get into qualifying, as our drivers are just out there putting in their outlaps here right now. No times set up on the board yet. So let's take a look here at the mid-pack. Larry's our AM class, see how things are shaping up here. Ethan Boyle takes top spot ahead of Tyler Nevins, with Jason Meinhardt in 3rd. Deadlocked with Tyler Nevins in 2nd place. Joshua Smith in 4th, with William Stern rounding out the top 5 drivers. Over in the Going Pro category, our pro drivers, we see DJ Alessandrini lead the way, 41 points over Jim Feliz in 2nd. Michael Chase only 1 point back in 3rd, with Tony Wallace in 4th, and Joshua Soto rounding out the top 5 over there. So there we go. Let's get down to the track here and take a look and see what is going on as we pick up Jim Feliz. Jim strong showing last week for round number 1 in his inaugural visit here to Apex, the MAZDA Championship. If you're a frequent viewer of Racer Nexus, you would have caught Jim in a number of Tuesdays in the past racing GT3 machinery and trying his hand at the Mazdas this week. Doing well so far. A couple of back-to-back second place finishes in round number 1. Brian Lemke, last season's championship driver in the pro category. We're going to go back-to-back here. He's got a tough road ahead of him. The competition has stepped up one notch here again this season, above and beyond the step it jumped up last season. So a lot of new enemies, foes, if you were, for Lemke to battle. He's going to cross the line, put himself into 3rd spot. Nice showing early on for him. Michael Brock in second place. Bit of a rough race last week for Michael. He'll be looking to have a better showing here this week. I believe in heat number 2, missed the grid, actually had to start from the pits, was able to work his way up through the field, but he'll be looking for a better showing here this week. As we pick up Sean Teeter now, currently leading our AM class. You'll note the 2 different colors of car numbers in timing and scoring. That denotes our 2 classes. The red colors, those are our pros. The blues, those are our AM class drivers. So keep your eye on them. We've got 1 camera car so far this week. That's Kelly Greenhoe. Take a look at him a little later on as Greenhoe looking to do battle in the pro class. Let's see if we can find Kelly Greenhoe on track here. There we go. Kelly crossed the line not too long ago, got himself up into 6th place. So there we see Kelly sharing his webcam with us. A little different paint scheme this season for Kelly. We used to see him in a little more traditional paint, but he's got the real eclectic paint here this week. Racer Nexus decals on the rear bumper. We always love seeing that. So we'll see how Kelly does. Oh, we're up in the trees here right now. Our cameraman is taking a little bit of a break, but Kelly going to do well here this evening, I bet. Charles Wolf just crossed the line here now. He's going to get himself into 6th place. Nice start here for Charles Wolf. Mike Bond, currently our 3rd place AM driver as it sits right now. That puts him also 15th overall. Mike Bond, I've said it in broadcasts past, not the strongest qualifier, but his race pace always seems to outperform his qualifying. So expect to see him maybe qualify mid-pack, but quickly try and make his way up towards the front. Keep an eye on him. Tony Phillips, a driver who used to race frequently with us and stepped away for a little bit. Tony is back, currently sitting in 4th place in AM class, 18th overall. So nice showing right now for Tony Phillips. Well, we got a moment here. Let's take and give a mention to our sponsors, usual sponsors that we have each week in and week out. First one being the track cams for gourmets, providing all of our amazing track camera action here tonight. Track Cams 22 is where you can find them. Find all of your lifelike Formula, IMSA, IndyCar, NASCAR, depending what track you're on. He tries to mimic those camera angles used on broadcast. So Track Cams for gourmets, excuse me. And then Apex Sim Racing. You find yourself a code in the description, Racers Nexus. Use that along with the referral link. Get yourself a nice little 5% code or discount, excuse me, off anything they provide in the store. They have their own brand of Apex Sim Racing products, along with all the top brands: SimMagic, SimiCube, MOZA. You find everything you need to get yourself on track, from chassis to seats to computers to rigs to button boxes to wires. Basically anything you need to get yourself into sim racing, you can find there. So there we go. As we're still on board here with Tony Phillips, let's take a look here. As DJ Alessandrini, last week's back-to-back winner, gonna plop himself right up on top spot here in qualifying with 1.5 minutes to go, just ahead of Jim Felice. Only 3/100 separating those 2 drivers. So actually not even that, a little less than 3/100, 0.025 separating these 2 drivers right now in qualifying. So DJ looking strong. Michael Brock strong in 3rd place too as well. Charles Wolf got himself up into 4th place. Ryan Zinn, nice showing from him, up into 6th place. Kelly Greenhoe currently holding in 8th. We got Roman Bykoff on track. Roman abandoning the Coors Lightning paint job here this evening. Just going with the flat gray and black. Interesting stuff. We'll have to see if maybe we'll reload the paints here to see if no, I'm double checking on the picture-in-picture camera here too as well on the off screen where you can't see right now. That is the paint Roman's rocking. He's swaying away from the Coors Lightning paint job, so we'll see how that works out for him. It's been a bit of a staple to notice him on track. Corey Mitchell, oh, Corey finishes up his lap, immediately puts it into the inside wall, and there you go. There's iRacing's damage model on the Mazda 5 in a nutshell for you. So Corey currently sitting atop of the AM class, just ahead of Sean Teeter, so able to take away that top spot from Teeter on the last lap. It's going to bump Sean Teeter down into 2nd place. We've still got a couple drivers out there on track. Aaron Sunday, oh, new paint job for Aaron Sunday with the only Our House No Drama car. He's trying to park it off in the inside, lurking out there, just waiting to dive bomb somebody coming around. But Aaron right now looking at a starting 11th in class, which puts him 26th overall. That's going to do it for qualifying. We'll give timing and scoring a minute to reset here, and then we'll have a look at our grid. Again, 2 20-minute heats coming your way. They will roll off as follows. DJ Alessandrini on pole with Jim Feliz to his outside. In row 2, we're going to find Michael Brock with Charles Wolf. That's P3 and P4. In row 3, we're going to find Brian Lemke in 5th place with Brian Zinn to his outside in 6th place. Row 4, we're going to find our camera car Kelly Greenhoe in 7th with Joseph Marr in 8th place. Row number 5 is going to find Jonathan Cooper with Roman Bykoff to his outside. And that's to round out the top 10. In 11th place, Michael Tannegretta in 11th with Spencer Bodway starting in 12th place. Row 7 is going to find Kent Kruger, our chief admin, in 13th with Andrew McMurray to his outside in 7th. Row 8, we're going to find Ethan Boyle in 15th with Nathan Miller in 16th place. 17th place in row 9 goes to Corey Mitchell with Sean Teeter. Those are our top 2 AM drivers. Row 10, we're going to find Jason Meinhardt in 19th with Keegan Carrick in 20th. 21st place, Michael Bond with 22nd place going to Jake Harrigan. Row 12, we're going to find Tony Phillips in 23rd place with Uwe Hale in 24th. Row 13 is where we find Matt Bond in P25 with Aaron Sunday in P26. William Stern in 27th place in row 14 with Ryan Ryder to his outside in 28th place. Row 15th rounds at the top, 30th with Harrison Mealy in 29th and Glenn Blanchard in 30th place. Row 16, Joshua Soto did not set a time. He'll start in 31st with Aaron Law to his outside. And the final row, row 17, Chris King in 33rd with Dylan Foster in 9th. And that will make up 34 Mazda MX-5s tonight. Ton of action coming your way. Welcome in, Perfect Jen. What do we got here? Mike did not sound pleased with himself during qualifying. Well, he's starting in 3rd, so I guess he can't be all that upset with qualifying, can he? There we go. The grid is pulling away. Short pace lap coming your way. They're starting on the, I guess you call it the mid stretch. It's the second of 3 straightaways here. Just before Ascari, they're heading into Ascari here now. Let's take a look back from DJ Allison. You see the field working their way through Ascari. And then down the final straight into Parabolica. A little bit of an oblong corner. It's not necessarily 180 degrees. It's really sharp at the start and then kind of lessens out on severity as the corner goes on. But see a little more of that action as we head a little farther into it. So 34 cars on track this evening. Turn 1 is going to be interesting here with 34 Mazdas barreling their way down into turn 1. It's going to be exciting. DJ Alessandrini, Jim Feliz lead them around. Pace car will duck in shortly. And we'll be awaiting the green flag. As usual, our drivers need to wait for the green. They cannot go when the leader goes. They must wait for the green flag to drop before they can take off. 2 20-minute heats will invert the top 4 for heat number 2. 4th place will start on pole. 1st place will start in 4th. Here we go. The field getting ready. Into turn 1 we go. Green flag has dropped. 34 Mazdas. A pack. Swarm of angry bees. Down into turn 1 we go. So far so good. Looks like everybody's staying fairly calm here. 2x2 into the first corner. DJ Alessandrini going to lead them in. We've got a couple cars. Looks like they kind of bailed out a little farther back in pack there. Corey Mitchell trying to make his way through. A couple cars kicking up some dirt, but overall everybody making it through. Hearing a little bumping and banging, but I think for the most part that was a clean start here. As we pick up Dylan Foster a little farther back in the pack, a little bit of damage on the front end of his car. Same with Harrison Mealy up ahead, but otherwise clean breakaway for our leaders. Michael Brock's got himself up ahead of Jim Feliz early on, so up 1 spot for him. Oh, we've got Kelly Greenhoe around. That's going to cost him a number of spots. You're falling all the way back at 26, 27. Kelly going to have to wait for the majority of the field to go by here before he can get himself back on track. There we go. Kelly all the way down into 33rd place. We'll take a look at what happened to that in a matter of moments. That's allowed our top 4, though, to break away. Alessandrini, Brock, Feliz, Lemke breaking away. Wolf right there, too, as well. They've broken away from Brian Zinn. 2.4 seconds now. Zinn had to bail out for Kelly Greenhoe, who was right in front of him at the time of that spin. That's going to move him, Marr, Cooper, and Bykoff back a little bit. They got some work to do. In behind them, we see Kent Kruger trying to put a move on Mike Bond here up the inside, and a parabolic. They go. Kruger with the inside. That's going to translate back to the inside line for Bond. Kent Kruger unable to take that spot away. He's got some damage on the right front of that car. That's going to hamper him on the fast straights. He's got Corey Mitchell right in behind him. Mitchell trying to make the move. Corey Mitchell going side by side. Battle of the amins here. Corey Mitchell and Kent Kruger. Who's going to take this spot? And a parabolic. They go. Kent Kruger going to have the inside line. Can Corey Mitchell outbreak him? He does. He's going to take that position away. That's going to move Kent Kruger down 2 spots into 15th place. Corey Mitchell plus 3 spots on the day. Nice run for him so far. Up front, though, DJ Alessandrini trying to break away from Michael Brock and Jim Feliz. Feliz giving Brock the bump draft here. See these two drivers work together here into turn 1. Oh, a little bit of a bump there from Feliz in the back of Brock. Wasn't expecting to let off the gas that early and start to break for turn 1, but they get it collected up and they will carry on. We're now trying to drop Lemke and Wolf off the back end. 3 cars working together up ahead. That spells disaster for Lemke and Wolf. They really need to maintain single file here between Wolf and Lemke if they want to try and close that gap here on our top 3 up ahead, who seem to be working really well together right now. Let's bring up our picture-in-picture. We see Michael Tannegretta working on Tony Phillips on the backside. That's Phillips in the black and yellow car. Tannegretta just in behind him. And they've got Nathan Miller, the blue car, up ahead. He's trying to make his way around Ethan Boyle. Oh, Boyle up on the curb. He's going to hold that spot, though. Phillips right there in tow. We've got some heavy battles back in the pack. Ethan Boyle still trying to fend off against Nathan Miller. Doing well so far. Can he continue to do so, though? We'll keep an eye on that. As we head back up to the leaders, looks like Feliz and Brock have been able to chase in Alessandrini. Lemke and Wolf did exactly what they needed to do. Stay nose to tail to chase them back in. In behind them, though, you see Joseph Meyer trying to make the move on Brian Zinn. That's not what these cars need in behind. They need to work together. They have a nice pack of, looks about 5 cars here potentially. If they get themselves organized, they could potentially reel back in our leaders, but right now them battling is doing the complete opposite of what they need to do right now. As you see, it looks like Spencer Bodway, the final car in this pack. He's tucked in behind his buddy John Cooper as they're looking to the outside of Joseph Meyer. They're going to try and make the move on the inside. Again, compromising their overall pace here while they battle. This is exactly what that top 5 wants to see in the mirrors. They want to see these guys battling for positions behind them. The more they battle 2 by 2, it's costing them time. And that top quintuplet of cars is going to pull away. As you see up ahead here, Jim Flees looking to the inside of Michael Brock, trying to get back to his qualifying position in P2. He's going to have the inside line there. Looks like Brock going to give it up to him, going to tuck in behind. They are tucked up right on the back of TG Alessandrini, though Alessandrini tried to get away from these guys unsuccessfully. They've pulled him back in. We'll see if they can continue to pull ahead. Perfect Gen, I swear, Soto purposely skips qualifying or a challenge himself. Yeah, I think he likes to show up late, though, but Joshua Soto up 13 positions right now into 18th place as he's quickly making short work of the back markers in the field here. So right now in behind Tony Phillips, he's in that pack that we saw battling not too long ago. We'll throw them back up on the picture-in-picture. Keep an eye on him. Soto, the second car in line there. Tony Phillips, the black and yellow. Joshua Soto, the red, white, and black car. Again, up 13 positions. Tony Phillips as well, up 6 positions too as well. So those 2 cars working handily, getting through the field. Sean Teeter right now, our top AM driver, currently sitting in 10th place. Got Corey Mitchell just in behind him. Corey a little farther back. He's dealing with Mike Bond, another one of his AM compatriots. That's our top 3, our podium in AM class right now. Teeter up in behind Bykoff, trying to stay with that secondary pack that seems to have a little more organization now. See if they continue to work themselves up through, but something happened to Brian Zinn, who was leading that pack. Let's see if we can catch a look here at what happened to him. In a matter of moments, here we go. Let's see what happened to Brian Zinn. That's moved him back. So Cooper on the inside, Marr in behind them, heading into turn 1. Looks like Marr tried to dive in there the last moment. Zinn was there and around he went. Unfortunately, had to wait for virtually the entire field to pass by before he can get back on track. So if I know anything about Brian Zinn, he is not going to be impressed about that one. But up front, Michael Brock now trying to defend against Brian Lemke, as Feliz and Alessandrini open up a little bit of gap between Brock, but they haven't broken that draft. Those 3 cars in behind will quickly reel them back in. You see Lemke giving the bump draft to Brock. Charles Wolfe going to stick his nose up in there too as well as we go on board here with Charles Wolfe. You hear him feathering the throttle into turn 1, backing out early. He doesn't want to get into the back of those cars ahead, and that concertine effect, once they get into the draft, it's really strong, these cars. The car ahead of you starts to let off the throttle. You close that gap really quick. Last thing you want to do is get into the back of them. It looks like something happened to Kent Kruger. We see him in and out of the pits, already missing his front bumper. Could Kent have hit the incident limit here already? He didn't use his quick repair, but interesting stuff here for Kent Kruger. We'll have to see if we can pick up potentially what happened to him as he's going by Joshua Soto now, who was quickly moving up through the field. That car looks like it's been involved in a bit of a demolition derby out here. We're definitely going to have to see if we can pick up what happened potentially between Joshua Soto and Kent Kruger. It might have been the same incident here, but I'll quickly look through here. There's Joshua coming back on track. We'll see if we can find out what exactly happened here. So it looks like maybe Andrew McMurray, Tanagretta, they might have all been involved in a bit of an incident here. Let's see what happened to Corey Mitchell here first. As Corey Mitchell with Mike Bond in tow as they head into parabolic. Oh, Bond tries to look up the inside, gets in the back of Mitchell. Oh, everybody comes through, nowhere to go. And that right there, folks, is exactly what caused that incident. A number of cars. We'll see if we can pick up another camera angle here. So we pick up Corey Mitchell. He's going to get a little bit of a boop here from Michael Bond. That's going to set everything off. As they go around and pick up Kent Kruger involved there too as well. There's Joshua Soto trying to make his way through. It looks like he did. I'm not sure where Soto had an incident. He went off track here. Let's see. Might have been, no, that's that same incident there. And then I believe he might have had another off here. So let's see if we can pick up potentially what happened to Soto as he clears through Ascari. Oh, right there. He got tagged. Got tagged there and around he went. So he was able to avoid the first incident. Unfortunately, that wreck between, it looks like Tanagretta and Andrew McMurray. Let's see if we can pick up another look here. On board with Tanagretta as he's coming through Parabolica. It makes his way through. Oh, man. Soto got spun around, sent back on track right into Michael Tanagretta. So a couple of drivers not having the race they were expecting. Up front, though, Alessandrini leading the way. Feliz in tow. Brock sitting in third place with Lemke in fourth. They've dropped Charles Wolfe, though, off the back of this pack. Charles Wolfe now out of draft. He's really going to have to hope for some battling up ahead for him to get back into this. Not sure if Charles got a slowdown or something while we're looking at the instance there, but he has definitely lost the draft off the back of Brock and Lemke. So that's going to be interesting now. Alessandrini and Feliz looking very tightly in formation here up front, utilizing the draft the best they can. Brock and Lemke really going to have to try and stay within that draft. They're right on the edge of draft now from Feliz and Alessandrini. That's exactly what they need to do to try and close that gap, so we'll keep an eye on that. But back in our M class, Sean Teeter leading the way. He's got Rowan Bykoff between he and Ethan Boyle. Ethan Boyle currently about 6 seconds back as Sean Teeter. So Teeter doing well right now in the AM class, looking strong out front of that one. See if we can pick up our camera car. Kelly Greenhoe after that first lap incident. Kelly, as we saw, fell all the way back into 33rd place. Shortly making his way back up towards the front now. 14th place now. Nice recovery as it stands for Kelly with just under halfway done in this one. Still potentially some moves to make for Kelly's. Tony Phillips only 3 seconds up the road for him. Nathan Miller and 4 seconds up the road, Ethan Boyle. Those cars were to start battling. We could see Kelly Greenhoe starting to make his way up through there, but see him there shaking his head. Not exactly the race Kelly was probably envisioning early on with that great qualifying effort. Let's go back to that secondary chase pack. We've got Spencer Bodway and John Cooper leading the way with Joseph Marr. We saw Marr get wrapped up at Brian's Inn into turn 1. It'll be interesting to see if the stewards review that one, but Jonathan Cooper thought about looking to the inside of Spencer Bodway. Doesn't make the move, stays tucked in. They've got Rowan Bykoff and Sean Teeter lurking in behind. This could be a 5-car pack here very shortly, as Bykoff and Teeter now have themselves in the draft of that trio up ahead. Keep an eye on that. We'll go a little farther back here. Nathan Miller, he's leading this trio. Sorry, Tony Phillips, Ethan Boyle and Tony Phillips leading this trio. Nathan Miller, the tail car on this pack, as he's looking to the left side of Tony Phillips. Phillips going defensive here into turn 5. Liberal curb usage there for Ethan Boyle, but he makes it through all right. They'll continue on. Brian's Inn, who we saw as what similar to what Kelly Greenhoe had happened. Had that incident, had to wait for a majority of the field to go by, trying to recover. He got himself back into 17th place, but he's got Aaron Sunday, Jake Harrigan, and Kelly Greenhoe just up ahead of him. Greenhoe just ahead of that pack, so Harrigan, the lead car in that pack. Sunday, Carrig, Uwe Hale, and Harrison Maley. The 5 cars making up this group. Let's pop back up front as we get a challenge for the lead. Feliz using the draft to move his way around Allison Drini into the final corner. We know what's going to happen down the front straight. Allison Drini going to use that toe. Moves to the left side. Michael Brock going to go with them. Lemke there too as well. Brock giving Allison Drini the boost to get himself back up into front, but Felice has the preferred line into turn 1. Allison Drini going to take that spot away though, as he has the inside line through turn 2. It's going to drop Felice back down into second place. Brock and Lemke right there. They'll continue to battle. We still got plenty of time left in this one, just at the 6-minute mark here. This driver's doing a hair over 2-minute laps. That's going to be about 3 laps left. Oh, Allison Drini gets a slowdown. A little too much curb use through that chicane. That's going to drop into the back of this pack here. Jim Feliz is going to take over top spot. But Allison Drini quickly clears that slowdown. So drop back into the back of the pack, but he still will have the draft. So now we'll have to watch him, see if he can make his way up through the back of this pack. See if Feliz, Brock, and Lemke can try and pull away from him. It's going to be tough. We've seen Allison Drini be strong week in, week out, many seasons past. Looks like Jonathan Cooper, Joseph Marr, Roman Bykoff all went off track a little farther back. Let's see what happened here. If it was an incident or just drivers exploring the edge of the track limits here. See Cooper, he's going to go off, kick up a couple grass, a little bit of grass, not too far there. Just a little bit of liberal curbage usage by all these drivers as they continue to battle it out. Feliz leading the way though up front, Brock in tow. Across the line, they're going to go to finish up lap number 6. They'll start lap 7. Lemke looking strong in behind Brock. Giving Brock that bump draft to catch up to the back of Feliz. They're doing everything they can to try and drop Allison Drini off the back, but Brock going to look to the outside, going to try and make a challenge here for top spot. Getting himself cleanly ahead of Feliz before turn one. Feliz going to dive into second place. See a little bit of damage on all the front of these cars. That's just natural from a little bit of bump traffic in these cars. We'll get a little bit of a fender bender at the front. Although Lemke's car looking fairly clean right now. Lemke needs to get in there and give a little more of a boost. Get a little damage on the front end of that car. Let's go a little farther back here. Check on our AM leader. Sean Teeter, well done. Slow clap to him. Up into 8th place. Up 10 spots. Our top AM driver. So well done for him. Just behind. Oh, a bike off. That's going to be a slowdown for him. Completely jumped over that curb. But Sean Teeter, I was saying, was up 10 spots into 8th place. Now into 9th. Our top AM driver well ahead of Ethan Boyle in 2nd place. Oh, my apologies. I'm still trying to get over this cold I've been struggling with for 2 weeks, and my throat is just trying to fail me here, folks. So we hop on back here with Ethan Boyle as he leads Tony Phillips and Nathan Miller. It's a battle for 12th, 13th, 14th. Kelly Greenhoe a little farther back, but he's been chasing in this trio. I think Kelly's going to run out of time, though, to potentially catch that pack and move himself into just inside the top 10. Currently sitting in 14th place, but time the enemy here right now for Kelly Greenhoe. But up front, Michael Brock's going to lead them through Parabolica. He should lead this lap here. And then they should be getting the white flag. No, they'll have 2 laps left off this one plus 1 more. Across the line they go. Alessandrini making a play for top spot again. Alessandrini getting himself back up into qualifying position. The battle right now for 2nd place between Feliz and Brock. Feliz trying to get himself back up in that spot too as well. Drag race here in behind Alessandrini. He loves seeing that. They need to get this sorted out as quickly as they can. They don't want Alessandrini to get ahead and break the draft. Lemke looking out to the left of Brock and Feliz now as well. They're still going side by side here. Feliz going to pull back in behind Brock. Exactly what they need to do. Continue that chase. So we hop back here. Kelly Greenhoe almost in tow of that pack. Now the rest of this lap plus 1 more to potentially make a move as they continue to battle up ahead of him. Nathan Miller, Ethan Boyle battle. Tony Phillips right in behind there too as well. Phillips currently our 3rd place AM driver, up 10 spots. I mean, look, he is not our biggest mover. That's Dylan Foster. 14 positions gained on the day right now for Dylan Foster. Nicely done by him. You see Kent Kruger still driving around with no front bumper on that car. Interesting, he went through the pits but didn't use his quick repair while he was in there. Would have cost him maybe only a couple seconds longer, but definitely feeling a little bit of a issue with top end speed right now for Kent. Back up to our leaders. Feliz and Brock continue to battle for 2nd place. They have reeled back in Alessandrini though, as they're going to come around to pick up the final white flag here as we go. We hop on board here with Michael Brock. Currently in 3rd place. Which side is he? Oh no, sorry, that was the last lap. My apologies. It was the final lap. Alessandrini going to take top spot over Feliz and Brock. Spencer Bodway going to lead Jonathan Cooper across the line. Cooper almost looks like he might have ran out of gas there at the end. Just enough to get across the line though. Tony Phillips. He's going to end up falling behind Kelly Greenhoe. Greenhoe takes that 1 spot away. Got a battle here between Aaron Sunday, Uwe Hale, and Keegan Herrig. That's for 17th, 18th, and 19th. Looks like Sunday going to hold on to that spot at the line. Hale almost takes it away, but we'll hold on to that spot. Aaron Law going to come home just ahead of Kent Kruger. Joshua Soto still driving that car home. Look at that thing. See if we can get a quick cockpit cam here. See Joshua Soto. How is he even driving that? How Joshua Soto driving on feel right now, not having any idea where he's going, but well done to him. But we'll take a look here at the final results here for heat number 1. We'll reset them up after a quick 3-minute warm-up and get into heat number 2. So let's see here. We're actually just waiting for a couple drivers to potentially cross the line here, and then everything will be set up. So there's Corey Mitchell. William Stern, I believe, is going to be our final car on the lead lap. So a couple of drivers who've had issues fell back a little further in the pack than would have wanted. Corey Mitchell well back after that excellent qualifying job by him. But William Stern through the final corner here. Once he crosses the line, he should be the final car on the lead lap. There we go. That'll make everything official. Let's take a look at our results here for race number 1. DJ Alessandrini takes top spot ahead of Jim Flees and Michael Brock. Ryan Lepke in 4th with Charles Wolf in 5th. So Lepke will start on pole for heat number 2 with Brock to his outside. Feliz and Alessandrini, pardon me, will start in 3rd and 4th. Justin Meyer in 6th. Bodway Cooper round out your top 8. Sean Teeter, a top AM driver, in 9th place with Nathan Miller in 10th. Ethan Boyle in 11th. Greenhoe in 12th. Philip Sin, Harrigan, Sunday, Hale, and Carrig round out your top 18. We'll quickly look at the rest, and then I'll have to run and so I can catch a quick drink, and then we'll get reset here for race number 2. So there's your rest of your top 28, and then the rest of your field here, the top 34. They will all start for heat number 2 where they finished. So no real secrets there. Again, quick little warm up, and we'll be right back after this message.
There might be some rain coming through. We expect rain soon. Rain is close. The session has been declared wet. No sign of this rain stopping. Rain is clearing up. Rain should be gone for now. Nothing but sunshine all day.
Okay, we are back. The 3-minute warm-up has completed. Drivers get themselves back onto the grid. We're waiting for, let's say, about a half dozen or so cars. Again, Brian Lemke going to start and pull. Quickly just look at the grid here. There you go. Our top 12 starters. Again, everybody will start where they finished in heat number 1. All 34 drivers. Looks like everybody will be here for race number 2. Charles Wolf, the final car to grid up. All 34 cars set to rock and roll here again. This time, Lemke and Brock will be leading the way into turn 1. Feliz and Alessandrini now will have to try and fight their way around that duo up in the top spot. Again, as usual, same 20-minute format. All the drivers do have a new quick repair they can use. Drive-through penalty after 8 incident points, which can accumulate very quickly here. That's essentially 2 contacts that are deemed a 4X with another car. That'll quickly get you a drive-through. Also, Monza may only have 11 corners, but very easy to get a off-track penalty, which is a 1X, and we've seen a number of drivers get slowdowns. Now, how you serve that slowdown is important. We saw DJ Alessandrini able to serve his slowdown and pop back in, still be able to maintain the draft off those cars up ahead of him. So if you get a slowdown, you're going to want to serve that as quickly as you possibly can. We'll keep an eye on Kelly Greenhoe for a picture-in-picture. Saw what happened to him last lap on, was it turn number 3, I think it was? Kelly had that incident. Or no, turn 4 was the second part of the chicane. So keep an eye on him. So we're getting ready to rock and roll here. Field under Lemke and Brock's control up front. Wait for that green flag to drop. Field maintaining pace car speed down the front straight. Oh, thank you, Jen. It's been 2 weeks of this, and just can't seem to quite kick it, but here we go. Into turn 1, Lemke getting a boost from Feliz in behind, and Charles Wolf. Michael Brock on the outside, getting a little help from Alessandrini. Oh, we got some wrecking in behind. Not as clean as we saw in race number 1. So Lemke and Brock can hold on to their top spots as they make their way through. Said Kelly Greenhoe, much better start for him, but our top 4 are going to stay as they started here. Feliz in 3rd, Alessandrini 4th, Charles Wolf in 5th, Joseph Maher in 6th place. He has Spencer Bodway in tow. We've seen Sean Teeter and John Cooper going side by side here. Into the chicanes, it's turn 3, 4. Oh man, we've got Michael Brock off. Oh, he's sitting right in the middle of the chicane like a sitting duck. Can't move. Got to wait for the whole field. Oh man, he tries to get it turned around, gets into Uwe Hale. Michael Schmidt around, number of drivers off. Michael Tannegretta having to go wide. Michael Brock going to have to tow that car, unfortunately. Not the race he wanted to have. We'll take a look at what happened there in a matter of moments, but not sure if he missed the break and got into the back of Lemke or not, but Lemke now 1.6 seconds up ahead of Jim Feliz. Let's hop on board here with Feliz. You can see that gap that Lemke was able to get after Brock spinning around. So see if Feliz can reel him back in. Alessandrini a ways back there too as well. See, he almost fell back into Charles Wolf to get some draft here. Garner up that pack, see if they can reel in Lemke, but we have a moment. Let's see if we can pick up what happened to Michael Brock to set all that off. Oh, he's already crashed here. We're gonna have to go back a little bit. See what the initial incident was. Oh, he's already spinning there. Let's see. It's flagged for a couple incidents. Let's see if we can, here's the first one here. So pick it up. Oh, I think he might have got a little help from Feliz in behind there. Let's see if we can maybe get a little better camera angle there at this one. Oh man, cameras just don't want to work. There we go. Just heading to the brake zone. Oh, yeah, they were just too close. It's like Brock let off a little earlier than Feliz was expecting. Around he went. And we saw what happened after that. So we'll see if the stewards, what the stewards think of that one. Right now, Lemke looking strong up front. Feliz has been able to catch him in a little bit. Only 3/10 now separating those two drivers. Unfortunately, these are the things that can happen in high-paced drafting action at tracks like Monza here, where one little mistake, the draft is so important here. You just can't chance losing it. And then that's what happens. Every driver trying to maximize their pace. Alessandrini here trying to lead this pack to reel in our top two drivers. Charles Wolff in behind him. Spencer Bodeway there too as well. Having a look, it looks like something might have happened to Kelly Greenhoe again. I might have cursed him saying he had a much better start to the race, but unfortunately it looks like Greenhoe might have had another incident and he has fallen back down. Kelly Greenhoe all the way back into 30th place. So back-to-back rough races here for Kelly Greenhoe. Looks like something happened to Harrison Mealy. Let's see what happened to him. He might have just got caught up in a little bit of log jam here, trying to avoid this wreck. But yeah, all the cars just coming up, concertinating, a lot of bumping. Oh man, Joshua Soto heavy into the back of Kent Kruger. Everybody's trying to get on the brakes as quick as they could, but unfortunately, you have that many cars trying to slow up very quickly. It doesn't take a whole lot for you're into the back of the car. I'm not quite seeing what happened to Kelly Greenhoe, though. It must have been Kerrigan past Kelly Greenhoe. Let's see if we can see. Greenhoe might have been involved in this incident. So keep an eye on Greenhoe, a white and black car on the outside. He's got Zinn to his inside. Looks like potentially Greenhoe trying to clear a black flag here. And he's trying to clear his black flag, heading into that mess. You see Mike Barak sitting on the outside there. Greenhoe goes around. Yeah, makes it through there. I'm not sure how or why Kelly has fallen so far back in the field, but up front, Lemke has been caught. Feliz, Alessandrini, Wolff, Bodeway, Marr, Cooper, Miller, they're all in this battle here, chasing him down. Zinn there too as well. Looks like it actually goes all the way back to Ethan Boyle. So top 11 cars now separated by, what do we got here? Oh, let's switch over from gap to interval. There we go. Top 11 cars separated by 5 seconds, which basically puts them all on the line here. Lemke, last season's pro winner. Rough opening round at Road Atlanta for Lemke, trying to strike back here this week. He leads Heat 2 as we're just past the 6-minute mark in this race. He has Feliz in tow. Take a look back here from Lemke, getting a bump draft from Jim Feliz. Feliz going to look to the left side, or the right side, sorry. Alessandrini going to come up and give Lemke the bump draft now. Feliz going to get up to top spot. Can Lemke get himself slotted back in between Feliz and Alessandrini? So he's going to do it. No, Alessandrini going to try and cut him off now. No, he's going to pop back out, give Lemke a little bit of a boost. Charles Wolff going to go there too as well. 3 wide into turn 1. Charles Wolff looks to the inside, tries to get a little draft off Feliz. He's going to pull up in behind Alessandrini. He's going to give Alessandrini that final boop he needs to get himself up into top spot. DJ Alessandrini back up front. Jim Feliz in second, Lemke in third. Charles Wolff, who did the most work there, most boosting. Fortunately for him, not going to pick up any spots. He's just ahead of Spencer Bodeway. Bodeway up 2 spots from where he started. Nice race shaping up for him right now. Take a look at our AM class. Sean Teeter leading the way. Ethan Boyle, though, right there behind him. So Sean Teeter looking to go back-to-back here in AM class. They have to do a little bit of fighting though this time. Ethan Boyle in tow. Let's pop back a little bit here. We got a battle between Kent Kruger and Corey Mitchell. Battle of the immense. Although Mitchell falling back a little bit off Kruger. He's got Mike Bond in tow. Bond, one of those drivers we saw wrapped up in the incident in race number 1. Always trying to power around the outside Corey Mitchell. Mitchell looks like he got a little squirrely through that corner there. See some debris being thrown up on track. Up ahead, looks like a bunch of our leaders dropped a tire off into the dirt, kicking up a bunch of sand and debris on track. Just pick up Brian Zinn, now the tail car on the lead pack. Well, that battle for M-Class, not too far back of them. Teeter and Boyle, see them kind of lurking just in the distance within draft now. They should be able, as long as they don't battle here, to be able to reel back in that top 9 drivers and make it an 11-car battle again. Not too far back of them, though. Ryan Ryder leading its secondary pack. He has the Russian Rocket, the Coors Lightning machine of Roman Bykov in behind him. Bykov trying to go incognito, though. No Coors Lightning paint on his car this week. Looking to the inside line, trying to make that move around Ryder. These aren't same class cars, so. That said, Ryder doesn't want to give up this position as he has his fellow AM driver, Jake Harrigan, which is the battle for position, right in behind them. Down the front straight they go. Ryder and Harrigan trying to utilize the draft off the back of Bykov. Ryan Ryder going to look into the inside of turn 1, trying to make that move back around Bykov. He's going to do it. In behind them, see Joshua Soto making his way around Kent Kruger. He's up 9 spots of the day. A bunch of these cars are the ones we saw, unfortunately, get involved in that massive wreck in race number 1. They've all found themselves together again on track. Up front, DJ Alessandrini leading the way. Things looking fairly calm up front now. Lepke and Feliz looking comfortable in 2nd and 3rd place. Charles Wolf holds steady in 4th. Joseph Meyer in 5th. Everything else fairly status quo here. These drivers just going to bide their time. Realizing they still have just under half the race to go. So a little farther back here, see Joshua Soto right up and behind Jake Harrigan. Is that pack that we were looking at earlier with Bykov and Boyle leading the way. Sorry, Ryder and Boyle leading the way. Bykov looking back to the inside of Ryan Ryder. Into Ascari they go. Bykov going to take that spot back. Ryder going to try and get him on the exit. Unable to do it, going to have to stay tucked in behind. Oh, man. Joseph Marr up ahead. What has happened to Joseph Marr? Marr just tossing body parts left and right here. He was up in that lead pack, so I'm not sure what happened to him. Let's see here. Joseph Marr went off track, came back on track. Let's see if we can pick up what happened to Joseph. So this is when he was up in that front pack. Everything looks good so far. He's the black, gray, and red car, the 000. As they head towards Ascari. Did he get loose through Ascari? We've seen that happen a number of times before. So far, so good for Marr. Yeah, it doesn't look like it there. We'll have to try and figure out what exactly happened to Joseph Marr. That looks like a very heavy hit to have not been flagged here, unfortunately. But he's into the pits. He's going to get the front end of that car fixed up. I believe we might have found it here. Let's see if we can catch a look at this one here and see potentially if this is what happened to Joseph. I'm very curious. Oh, he's already damaged there. Yeah, he's just not flagged for some reason. The unknown incident for Joseph Marr, whatever it was, it's a heavy hit for him. But up front, Alessandrini still leads over Feliz and Lemke. 7.5 minutes to go. Fairly status quo up there. Check back in. Joshua Soto, he's now caught up to Bykov, looking around the inside of Bykov. Zin now just ahead. Zin's falling off that lead pack. Soto giving Zin a little bit of a boost, trying to move those two cars around Bykov. Bykov can hold on to that spot. So going board here with Joshua Soto as they work their way through Ascari. He's got Zin and Bykov just up ahead of them. They're actually getting closer and closer to that lead pack, which is kind of interesting because they've been doing the battling back here. Usually that costs them a bunch of time, but now only 5 seconds between them and Nathan Miller, the tail car on that lead pack up ahead. See Soto looking around the outside of Ryan Ryder. Kent Kruger tucked in behind Ryder. Down the front straight they go. Bykov still leading this pack, but Zin looking to the outside. I've seen this move before. If he can stay side by side through turn 1, that outside car, it gets the inside line into turn 2, exactly where you want to be. Can Zin pull it off? Oh, a little bit of argy-bargy between Zin and Bykov. In through turn 2 they go. Bykov somehow going to stay up front, but that's going to cause a log jam of drivers in behind us. They're all going to get caught up here now. See Aaron Law getting a boost from Mike Bond, but they got a trio up ahead that have been fighting tooth and nail. See here what happens is Zin just up ahead with Ryder and Bykov ahead of him. Aaron Law into the first chicane. Getting boosted by Mike Bond the whole way through there. Ryder and Zin get it sorted out before that corner. That's allowing Bykov to open up a little bit of lead, but not enough to break that draft. They will reel him back in. 4 cars now broken away from the front pack. Alessandrini, Feliz, Lemke, and Wolf. Spencer Bodway now 3 seconds back. A little bit of a solo mission here for Bodway. He's got Jonathan Cooper in 6th place. Teeter, Miller, and Boyle. They need to find some way to get themselves organized back up here to try and reel back in that quartet up ahead. Otherwise, they're going to get swallowed up by this pack, massive pack in behind. You see Josh Soto looking to the outside of Aaron Law. Corey Mitchell trying to go there too as well. So on board with Corey Mitchell. He's trying to work around the outside. Josh Soto 3 wide. Something's got to give here. So Corey Mitchell going to back out. Mitchell wisely chooses to back out, not take that 3 wide. They continue to battle up ahead though. Ryan Ryder boosting Brian Zinn down the front straight into turn 1. They're going to go 3 wide again. Mike Bond, oh, Bond almost gets up in the grass, gets a little squirrely, collects it up though. Not sure how he saved that. It looked like that car was going to snap around on him, but well done there from Mike Bond. To move him up into 12th place, 22 positions gained in the race here from Mike Bond. Well done by him. Next up, he has Brian Zitt up ahead of him, but he's got Ryan Ryder trying to fight back to his outside. Ryder looking to the inside, and the chicane backs out though. Bond gonna go a little wide. Ooh. Flirting with a slowdown through that chicane from Mike Bond. Actually, looks like he might have got a slowdown trying to serve it. Backs out a little bit. Ryan Ryder gonna get through. Can Aaron Law and Corey Mitchell follow him? Corey Mitchell just added Josh Soto. Josh Soto's car has been looking rough here tonight. We saw how he drove home that car to finish up heat number 1. At least his hood, you can see where he's going right now in heat number 2, but still a little banged up there. He's got Corey Mitchell just ahead of him, Jake Harrigan, Tony Phillips in tow, a number of cars in behind them, Kent Kruger, Andrew McMurray, Michael Tannegretta, and on and on and on. See the brake rotors glowing into the brake section there. Corey Mitchell using up all the braking power that little Mazda MX-5 has. Up front, DJ Alessandrini leading them to the line. They come around and pick up the white flag this time by. One more lap to go for our leaders. Feliz right there in tow. Is he going to pop out and try and make the move into turn 1? Or is he going to wait? What's happening in behind? Lemke gets a run. Lemke going to choose to bump draft Feliz. Can they make the move into the inside of Alessandrini? Can Alessandrini fight back? Into turn 1 they go. Looks like Alessandrini going to hold onto that spot. Lemke thought about looking up the inside of Feliz. Could make that move work. Charles Wolfe now potentially the best seat in the house right now for Charles Wolfe. Back in this pack, you can keep an eye on what's going on up ahead of him. As it looks at that compromise exit out of turn 2 for Lemke's cost them a bit of time here as they're pushing to try and reel back in Feliz and Alessandrini. See if they're able to do it, but up front, Alessandrini holds on to top spot. We saw him win heat number 1. Right now, he's perfect on the season, 3 for 3, trying to make it 4 for 4. Feliz, Lemke, and Wolfe might have something to say about that. Stay tuned. We'll find out here in about 60 seconds. As they head into the mid-straight, heading towards Ascari. All 4 of these drivers really need to set up their exit out of Ascari. This short straight between Ascari and Parabolica, the final corner, is what they need to hit. They need to maximize their pace if they either want to stay out front or try and get a run in those cars ahead. Alessandrini, no doubt, going to be trying to find a way to break the draft off those cars in behind. So take a look back. There's Feliz. Feliz going to move to the left-hand side. Is he going to have enough of a run to make the move around the outside here of Parabolica? Going to get the pass done before they even get there. Alessandrini trying to defend the inside. Oh, he tries to come across back front of Lemke. Contact. He gets squirrely. Gets that caught up. But that's going to cost Lemke a spot. He's going to fall into fourth. Feliz up in the top spot. Through the final corner they go. Jim Feliz going to cross the line to take heat number 2. DJ Alessandrini in second. Charles Wolfe in third with Brian Lemke in fourth. Spencer Bodway going to come home and round out the top 5. With Nathan Miller leading, Sean Teeter and Ethan Boyle. It's their Battle AM class. Looks like Teeter going to go back to back here. He's going to do it. Bykoff going to hold off in. Mike Pond going to put another spot. 23rd up in the day. Joshua Soto up 12 spots in the heat. Aaron Law just behind them. You see drivers coming back across the line with a ton of damage on their cars. Rough race here at Monza. A lot of bumping and banging. Kelly Greenhoe, not the race he wanted to have here. He's going to bring it across the line, unfortunately for him, in 23rd place for Kelly Greenhoe. Corey Mitchell as well, promising qualifying. Look at that right front of the car. Actually, right front suspension not even working there for Corey Mitchell. See if we can get a potential picture here. That right front suspension. There it is. That wheel not even turning for Corey Mitchell. He'll call it a race. We're just waiting for William Stern, Aaron Sunday to cross the line. And then we'll be official here for heat number 2, the feature race. As they're heading into Parabolica now. Stern currently 28th, Sunday and 29th. Sunday's car looking clean, but unfortunately a rough race for him. Down 13 spots where he qualified. Still plenty of weeks to go for these drivers to try and accumulate more points though. There we go, Aaron Sunday across the line. That'll make this one official. Take a look at our official final results here. We see Jim Feliz takes the win in heat number 2. DJ Alessandrini in second with Charles Wolfe round out the podium. Brian Lemke in fourth with Spencer Bodway in fifth. Nathan Miller round out your top 6 drivers with Sean Teeter, our top AM driver, in 7th. Ethan Boyle, our second place AM driver, in 8th. Roman Bykoff in 9th. Brian Zinn in 10th. And Mike Bond rounds out the podium in AM in 11th. Soto, Law, Harrigan, McMurray, Phillips, Tanagretta, and Kruger round out your top 18 drivers. Gehrig, Meinhardt, Foster, King, Greenholm, Mealy, Mitchell, Ryder, Marr, and Stern round out your top 28. 29th and 30th, the final drivers on the lead lap, Aaron Sunday and John Cooper. Blanchard, Hale, Brock, Bond. Unfortunately, they end up in the used car parking lot on the infield section, and we'll see them regroup and try their luck again next week at Watkins Glen. So we've got a couple of drivers here in the waiting room to chat. We'll get to them in a matter of moments here, but what a heck of a race here at Monza. Monza always puts on a great show. Excellent stuff. So we always look forward to coming to Monza. But let's have a chat with our race 2 heat feature to winner Jim Flees. Jim, congrats! You were able to take a win away from DJ Alessandrini. You stopped his perfect streak here to start the season.
Well, yeah, a second and a first feels pretty darn good. DJ is awfully quick, so yeah, to get a win over him feels great. I think I was able to learn a little bit from the first heat, just kind of see where he was quick, and I sort of knew that it would kind of have to be a last-minute pass, so I just kind of tried to push him right up until the last lap, and then make the pass in the parabolica at the last corner and see if I can hang on, and unfortunately I was able to, so pretty cool.
It looked like in the start of the race, in the feature race, looked like something might have happened there between you and Michael Brock. Can you talk us through what happened there? We couldn't quite get a good angle on what went down. Was there contact, or did he just get loose and lose it?
Yeah, I was just watching that back to try to figure out what happened. It was a kind of an unusual incident, really unfortunate for Michael. It looked like he maybe kind of peeked out behind the 41 car of Lemke there, and just gave him a small bump even before the braking zone. But I think when he sort of moved out, it was timed with the bump where we weren't exactly squared up, and it maybe turned him there. So really unfortunate for Michael. Obviously, I don't want to be having contact with other drivers like that, but I'm sure the stewards will take a look at that one and make a decision either way.
Absolutely. Well, we head to Watkins Glen next week. Jim, how are you feeling about taking the Mazdas to another, essentially a draft track at Watkins Glen, where draft could be at most importance like it was here tonight?
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. I think the drafting in the Mazdas makes for really, really good racing, and then combine it with a track like Watkins Glen, Monza, it just takes it to the next level. So we saw a lot of that, like multi-car drafting today. Should be a fun time.
Excellent stuff. Give us any shout-outs here you have, Jim, before we let you go.
Yeah, I just want to say thanks to my family. I know they're watching the broadcast. I also want to give a big shout-out to Christopher Rhines on Team SRT. He updated my paint scheme for this week, and so had the new black and green car. So looking good, raced good, and just wanted to give a shout-out to him as well.
Excellent stuff. Jim, best of luck next week at Watkins, and we'll talk to you then.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Rob.
Take care. That was Jim Flees, our winner from heat number 1. Let's bring in heat number 2. Let's bring in our winner from heat number 1, DJ Alessandrini. And DJ, your perfect record to start the season got thrown a wrench here in heat number 4, or race 4, heat 4, feature race for round 2.
Oh man, I feel like I had him right where I wanted to. I don't think leading on the last lap is the place to be, but I thought maybe if I kind of tried to get third place involved, something might happen, but then it got involved where I was involved with third place, so that did not work out how I intended to. But good fun regardless. A whole lot of sitting around doing nothing on Monza in these cars for sure.
Yeah, the draft, the utmost importance here at Monza. Well, in Mazda, pretty much any track, the draft, very important. But yeah, you mentioned it, a little bit of contact between you and I think it was Lemke in the final corner parabolica. You know what? Hats off to you for saving that. I thought you were going to go around for sure. The tank slapper looked like it was in full effect there. But Watkins Glen next week, are we going to see you back on track again, trying to renew your perfect season?
Yeah, we'll try to make it perfect again. Honestly, I think I saved that because I went out and got another wheel hub today. and bolted a round wheel on it because I've been driving with like a formula wheel on these cars, and that it makes those saves like basically impossible. So you know what? That was money well spent today.
There you go. Anybody watching at home, there you go. Top tip from DJ Allison Reed. Put a round wheel on your rig instead of that formula wheel that you begged your wife to allow you to buy for months and months or years at a time. But
Go back
you
to
got
the basics.
yeah, got any shout outs there, DJ, before we let you go?
No, I just thanks guys. Thanks Rob for putting this on. Thanks Kent for doing all the organizing, and thanks to Michael Broke for making that extra exciting in race 2.
Absolutely. Take care, DJ, and I expect we'll see you back near the sharp end of the field again next week.
Yep.
That was race 1 winner DJ Allison Drie, second place in the feature race. Say we got Michael Brock in here. Michael, he had a good race number 1. Unfortunately, race number 2, lap 1. Monza things happened there between you and Jim Flees. What'd you see there from your end?
Tough one there. So I was kind of going to the brake zone. I had to kind of peek through Brian's windows to see the marker that I look at. So I kind of went left and right, and I think it was just weirdly timed how he kind of tapped me a little bit, and it sent me sideways in a weird kind of way. So unfortunate there. I don't know if I guess he wasn't giving me a lot of room, but also hey, it's racing, so shit happens.
And next week we head to Watkins, where it's notoriously another draft track in the Mazdas. How comfortable are you feeling heading in there?
Oh, good. Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy that one better than this one. This one's like, honestly, this type of track's probably one of my least favorite ones, where it's just kind of it feels like kind of NASCAR-ish, where you're just kind of going down straightaways. It's got a few cool like kind of jumps and stuff in this one, but that's about it. Actually, the one I got spun in, that's a fun turn, because you kind of get some air a little bit. But Watkins, I love that one. So I'm looking forward to that one.
Excellent stuff. Well, I expect we'll see you battling back up firmly in the top 5 again next week. But before we let you go, Mike, any shout outs you want to give the fans out there?
Shout out to Jen, my number 1 fan. Love you on. We'll be back next week.
Yeah, I think she's in chat almost every week, living and dying by your races. So.
Oh my god, yeah, she's hilarious. Yeah,
hats off to her. But best of luck next week to you, Michael. And as I said, I suspect we'll see you battling up towards the front again.
All right, see you.
So that'll do it here for us at Monza. Again, this was week number 2. Next week we head to, I almost said VIR. We're heading to Watkins Glen next week. One of my more preferred tracks. So looking forward to that one. Should be a ton of fun. Expect another 30 to 40 car field at Watkins. Always a fan favorite in this league. So for Racers Nexus, I'm Rob Campbell. We'll catch you next week. Same time, same place. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and tell all your friends about the fun racing you saw here tonight. We'll catch you then. Bye for now.